4 days into the goods and services tax, there are of course a lot of queries that are being dispelled, and in fact North Block is working round the clock, and so is the GSTN network. I am joined by the chairman of GSTN, Mr. Navin Kumar. So many thanks for speaking to us at ET Now. Help us understand at this point of time, how are things shaping up 4 days into the goods and services tax? What kind of queries are there that you are getting from a lot of traders?
Yeah, before I come to that, let me also tell you what we have done until now, because that will indicate the foundation that we have laid for the network for implementing GST. There are two requisites for rollout of GST. That GST has become live from 1st of July. What was necessary to do was first migrating the existing taxpayers to the GST regime. That work we started in November last year.
Right.
And until now, out of 80 lakhs, about 67 lakh taxpayers have migrated. So that is one part that is done. But on 25th June we have reopened the window for them. And because there is still a gap between 80 lakhs and 67 lakhs, I don't know how many more want to come. So this window will remain open for the next 3 months. So that work is going on parallelly, and I find that every day about 25 to 30,000 people are coming to migrate. So that is going on. So into GST migration is still continuing. That is one part, and we have to manage that. The second part is, another essential prerequisite was to start the facility for registering new taxpayers.
Right.
Okay. That we also started on 25th of June. Now you see, our estimation was that we had studied the new registrations under VAT and service tax, and there we found that annually the growth rate was around 4 to 5%. So on a base of 80 lakhs, we had expected 4 lakhs in a year.
Right.
But from 25th June to now, the number of new registration applications filed is 3,68,000.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Already within 10 days. So that means there are people eager to do business under GST, and they have come to the portal, and they are filing their registration. So this is going on.
So I want to basically ask you, at this point of time, the existing taxpayers, they are the ones who are trying to figure out how will this new system work. So what kind of queries are coming in?
People generally, since they are registering at this moment, they are not talking about what is going to happen in future. But now they will, because now they are registered or they have migrated, and the next activity that they are supposed to undergo is filing of returns.
Right.
So that will come, as you know, according to the decision taken by the GST Council, it is to come in September.
Right.
So we still have time. But for us, the next important milestone is to start facility for allowing the taxpayers to upload data regarding the invoices. You know that under the GST law, business to business transactions are to be reported in their returns at the invoice levels, which means invoice level data is to be given. So we have devised an offline utility for this purpose, which will be available at the GST portal, and which the taxpayers can download to their computers. And this has an Excel sheet attached to it. In this Excel sheet, they can put the data of their invoices or their turnover, as the case may be, and then this tool will convert that in the desired format and upload to our portal. So this will start from 15th of July. Okay. So in preparation for that, this Excel sheet which I spoke about, that we have already released on 30th of June, so that the taxpayers can look at it, they can familiarize themselves with that, and start putting invoice data and see how it works.
So if I may ask you, how is this Excel sheet that you've made now, which will be made available to the taxpayers, be different from the existing format that was there that the traders used to file?
It's not much different, because what you have to do is to provide information that you put in your invoices. And what information is that? It is basically to whom you have sold, what is the item that you have sold, what is value, what is the tax on that. So this kind of information is the rules also provide that invoice you must have certain fields. You can devise your invoice actually, which can be much bigger. It can have many more pieces of information, but at least these few fields have to be there, and that data needs to come in the in that Excel sheet.
You know, I want to ask you at this point of time, how is GSTN network, or how is the call center trying to dispel a lot of misinformation in the system? Because that is a big concern, and it is important that the traders are, all the myths are broken and the traders know what GST, what the real deal is.
Yes, you see, the help desk that we have set up, it is already functional, and people who come to the portal, and if they have any problems, they can go to our help desk and tell them what the issue is, and they try to resolve it. So that is already functioning. But the myths, a common perception amongst people is that the filing of returns is going to be very difficult, right. Or that it is very complicated, or that it is very time taking. That is not so. First thing which I want to tell people is that the return filing is very easy in the sense that the taxpayers have to only give the data of their sales, and it comes to the system on the portal, and the portal takes data from the sellers and puts it in the purchase register of the purchasers.
Right.
So what happens, I as a taxpayer, I give my sales data, my purchase data comes from the returns of my
the other person.
Yeah, my sellers. Yeah. And then the system prepares the return. So I am only providing my sales data and looking at the purchase data and confirming that yes, it is okay. So the process will be very simple. So the first myth to be busted is that this is not 3 returns, it is 1 return, and it's quite simple. So the compliance effort on your part is not very much. It will be in fact less than before. That is number 1. Number 2, the second myth is people think that everybody must have internet and very extensive computer arrangements, and they must have 24 hours internet. It's not like that. Even if you don't have your own computer, you can use cyber cafes or these kiosks. From there you can upload your data. And this offline tool which we have given, right, it can take 19,000 invoice data at one go, and to upload this it takes just a minute. So even if you have connectivity for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's good enough. Okay. And then people also say, I don't know computers, how can I do that? So to them I want to tell, see, we already have 80 lakh taxpayers, existing taxpayers of VAT, service tax, central excise. They have been e-filing for 10 years. So you would know how it is done. If you don't want to do it yourself, there is always help available. There are tax practitioners, there are consultants. You can always seek
I want to ask you, a lot of people say that the real test of the GSTN network will not be now, will be when in September the return filing happens, because the government has given that 2-month window. So how are you preparing yourself for the rush that comes in September?
Indeed, in a way you are right, but I feel that the challenge will come between 15th July and 31st August, not in September. September it should not be that difficult, provided we work during this period. For business to business transactions, as I mentioned, right, the invoice data is to be provided. Now we are providing this tool, and we are starting this process in July itself. You see, according to law, the return for a particular month, transactions in a particular month, is to be furnished in the following month. Right. What we are trying to tell the taxpayers is that please don't wait until the time for filing return comes.
Don't wait till September.
Don't wait till. Start uploading the data of using our offline tool at our portal even before that, so that supposing you are a very large business, you generate say thousands of invoices, right, in a month. Then what you should do is that, say, every 2-3 days you use this tool and upload your data. It will rest on the on our website, and when the time for filing return comes, you just have to push a button, your supply return will be ready.
And you'll be good to go.
You'll be good to go.
I want to ask you, the fact that you've hired the best in business, a lot of officials from Infosys and Tech Mahindra who are present at the call center. How are things shaping up? What is the kind of feedback that you're getting from them?
Yeah, you see, the help desk has been very, very useful because, you know, whenever you set up a new IT system, people come to work on that. It is, you know, they are not used to it. They don't know how to work on it. They have issues. Therefore, they need hand-holding.
Right.
So the help desk has been doing that, and we are very happy about that. And so far, our other IT partner, that is Infosys, who are developing the you know, software for us,
Right.
and they have been working with us. You know, their work has also been very satisfactory, and it is a result of that that today, you know, as I mentioned, 67 lakh existing taxpayers and about 3.68 lakh new taxpayers they have been able to register. And I want also to tell you that, you know, when we start this invoice upload facility from 15th of July, I want to request everybody, all taxpayers, to come between 15th July and 31st August, and they must upload their invoice data,
You know,
not wait until the last moment.
Absolutely, that's a very valid point. Don't wait until the last minute, do it now. But as far as the month of July is concerned, you did say that July is going to be an important month, mid of July till August. So what kind of activities are you proposing? What kind of outreach efforts will be on as far as the GSTN network is concerned?
You see, when we start on 15th of July, in the first week, we would like to see how the you know, the taxpayers find, you know, this process of upload, if they have any problems, and we would be looking at their feedback and trying to resolve that, so that, you know, after that the system becomes very, very you know, user friendly, smooth and user friendly.
Right.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/ETNow.